We saw you not too long ago, and I would say last time you were on, when we were trying to gauge the commercial real estate market, it was bouncing. I don't know if there's bounce too strong a word, bouncing off the bottom, but there was glimmers there. Has that continued and improved, or about the same?
There's no question. Good morning, Joe. Happy New Year, everybody. Good to see you. And when we did speak, we did not have the visibility in terms of the vaccines coming out. So I think that literally those shots in the arms are going to get, pardon my expression, butts in the seats, meaning people back into the office. And the fact that the governor yesterday rolled out his more expanded initiative, we've got to get those shots in the arms. It's critical to our future of our economy. And you're starting to see, you know, I saw Dr. Gottlieb on just before, whether it's stadiums, Citi Field, Javits, or pharmacies. I think you're going to start seeing very soon rolling out significant opportunities for people to get these shots. And yes, were there problems initially? No question. Will there be problems going forward? Probably, but I think this is a very encouraging sign. The governor also announced yesterday that he's working with the real estate industry to get more testing out there. We've been testing, as we talked about last time, our employees on a 2-week basis. Now we're going to go survey our tenants now that they have clarity and hopefully visibility on when they can start coming back into the office. And we're going to create testing facilities within our buildings for office tenants. Another initiative that the real estate board's working on with the governor is to find vacant retail space, which I think the city has a few of those, to get testing centers up and running to allow people to go into testing centers, get a rapid test, go into a restaurant as the city and state starts expanding and opening soon, hopefully, indoor dining, and the person can show the restaurateur, I just got tested 15 minutes ago, and I'm good to go. This is important for venues. The governor also announced an incredible arts program led by Jane Rosenthal from the Tribeca Film Festival to start getting one of the key elements of our great city is the arts industry and the entertainment industry and the restaurant industry. So we've got to start looking forward. But in terms of the market, yes, we are seeing positive activity. Millions of feet of leased space was leased last year to a multitude of tenants, NBC Universal, Facebook, NYU Langone. We're seeing activity literally right behind you, Joe. We're about to commence a major renovation of 3 Times Square, which is a 900,000 square foot office building. We've got leases rolling over. We're going to renovate the lobby, new signage, new amenities. We've got people looking at space. We have another project in Lower Manhattan at 80 Pine Street. We just opened up the lobby. We worked through pandemic, and we've got activity there. People have been working during the pandemic. We obviously had pause. We got back up and keep going. We're investing. Other owners, are investing hundreds of millions of dollars into the city because we believe that once we get through this very difficult period of time, people want to get back to work. They want to get in their offices.
Okay. Yeah, those were kind of the questions I was wondering, because I think a commercial real estate, I think a residential real estate in New York City, because you could work in New York, and a lot of people, I'm sure, have looked at houses in all the bedroom communities, because that made sense. And you could still work in New York. But then again, you could probably work remotely, too. So there's some of these trends that may not reverse completely even after the vaccine is widely distributed. How long do you think it will be in terms of years before you hit normal from 2 years ago in New York City, both commercial and residential? It seems like it could be 5 years at least, Bill.
Well, I hope it's not. But we're starting to see, on the residential side, in the condo, we're not in the condo business now, but the reports we got earlier this week, it was a 53% increase in contracts sales from a week before, and this week's contracts signings were higher than a year ago. People, in spite of the perception that people are moving to Florida, they're moving to New York City. They're buying, they're taking advantage of good pricing. They're buying, they're renting. Our apartment buildings are seeing an uptick in rental activity. And so to answer your question, I think it's really how quickly the vaccine gets rolled out and people start coming back in, have the testing. And I think you're going to see a quicker return, hopefully, than is anticipated. There's a pent-up demand for people to want to come back to work and be with their colleagues, have that collaboration. And, so I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. It helps. We need the federal stimulus. Now, Majority Leader Schumer in a week and President Biden have committed to get more stimulus into the economy, eliminate the elimination of SALT, which has been a killer for our city and state, and get infrastructure money pumped back into not just New York, but all over the country. Everyone's hurting. It's just not about our city.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.